Little Quay. The second story. Quay thought about the problem very hard under a peach tree, with his hand on his forehead. Finally, a brilliant idea dawned on him. He suggested that the sun and the moon go to the beach and make up with each other. Quay took them both to a quiet golden sand field by the blue sea. The sun and the moon got so enchanted by the beauty of the blue sea that they couldn't take their eyes off. At the moment, Quay sneaked some steps back and behind them, scooped up a handful of sand. Then he went up to the moon, who was gazing at the sea in rapture, and threw the sand in its face. Only then the blazing moon calmed down, and its flames began to weaken and cool off. Quay climbed down the pipal tree back onto the earth. That night, a fresh breeze blew in the soft moonlight. Quay slept with a white-bearded old man side by side on the bank of the stream. The white-bearded old man said,
"During the day, the sun, and at night, the moon burned all the trees, plants, and grass to death. But now, the moon is cool and gentle, so the trees, plants, and grass have all come back alive. Thanks to you, Quay, all of it."
The next day, Quay went back to the village chief's house. The village chief lashed Quay. Then the village chief heard that a fierce elephant living in the wisteria woods was killing anyone it sees by wrapping its trunk around the victim. The village chief was afraid that Quay might get his revenge on him, so he asked Quay to go to the wisteria woods to get wood and to build a house with it. Quay went to the woods empty-handed. While Quay was cutting wisteria vines, the fierce elephant appeared. Its trunk was long, and its tusks towered up to the sky.
"You fatherless, motherless little wretch! Why are you cutting the wisteria?"
"I am cutting it to tie myself up with it."
"Why do you want to tie yourself up?"
"Well, soon there'll be an earthquake and the sky will fall down. I have to tie myself up so that I can stay alive." Upon hearing what Quay said, the elephant became terrified. Its four legs were trembling hard. The elephant asked Quay to tie it up too. Quay, pretending to worry about the elephant, said he couldn't do that. The elephant got furious and threatened Quay with its trunk.
"You fatherless, motherless little wretch! If you don't tie me up, I'll beat you to death with my trunk!"
Quay nodded his head and answered, "Oh, mighty elephant, I'm this small. How can I cut enough wisteria vines to tie you up?"
"I'll help you cut the vines so that you can tie me up later with them."
As soon as the elephant finished talking, it started to pull out many wisterias at a time with its trunk. Soon there was a huge pile of wisterias. Once there were enough wisteria vines, Quay tied the elephant tightly to a very big tree stump. Then Quay asked the elephant to try moving its body so that he could see if it was tied well enough. The elephant wriggled its body this way and that, and said it needed a stronger tie. At that moment, Quay opened his mouth. "There will be no earthquake, and the sky won't fall down. I've tied you up fast, and now I am going to make a hole in your body. Otherwise, you are much too wild and fierce, and you'll keep hurting people." After Quay made a hole in the elephant's belly, a flock of ravens started to go in the elephant's body through the hole. Quay, hiding behind a bush, watched until all the ravens were inside the elephant. Then he jumped out of the bush and clogged the hole with a bundle of leaves leaves to stop the birds from coming back out. Now, Quay cut the wisteria vines that were used to tie the elephant to the tree stump. The elephant's belly shook wildly and began to swell out. Quay broke a piece of branch from a tree, got on the elephant, and beat its belly with a branch. The ravens caught inside the elephant's belly got frightened and began croaking and fluttering their wings madly. Just then, the elephant started rising up towards the sky. The elephant flew out of the woods, over the stream, and above the village. The villagers were so happy to see Quay riding the flying elephant. When he saw the village chief's house, Quay landed the elephant. The village chief's family, with a smile on their faces, quickly came to Quay and said that they also wanted to fly on the back of the elephant. Quay let them get on the elephant.
Village chief, if you hit the elephant's body with this branch, it will fly up to the sky. You can go wherever you want to. Once you reach the sea, pull the bundle of leaves out of the hole here. The elephant needs to go down and drink water before it can fly again for a long time.
The village chief whipped the elephant on the belly with a branch. The ravens inside got startled and croaked loudly. The elephant flew up to the sky. From high up in the air, the village chief's family were able to see beautiful woods, mountains, and rivers on the ground. The village chief felt so good that he burst into laughter. His wife and children were also holding their sides with laughter, pointing their fingers here and there. The village chief said,
"It'll be more beautiful flying over the sea."
The village chief hit the elephant harder with a branch. The elephant was flying faster and faster towards the sea. The vast emerald sea was so much alive with countless heads of silvery waves. When they were flying over the sea, the village chief stooped over and pulled out the stopper from the elephant's belly. Then the flock of ravens rushed out of the hole and covered the sky dark, croaking loudly. The elephant's belly now became flat, and the elephant fell to the sea. The village chief, his wife, and children fell into the sea too. Quay, the white-bearded old man, and the other villagers were standing on the shore. Watching the village chief drown, they shouted for joy. The white-bearded old man gave Quay a ride on his shoulders. All the villagers were singing and dancing happily, as if it were the day of the village feast.